Hey guys!
So today is going to be a start of a new 3-part series called Getting a Purebred Kitten. This first part will be all about finding the right breeder. Then the second part will be about questions to ask your breeder once you found them. And then in the third section, we will talk about the paperwork and all of the items that you should get with your new kitten.
So before we get into the video, we just wanted to address a few of the comments that we have had in the past, and comments that are quite frankly a little bit upsetting to us and probably to other cat owners that have purebred cats. And those comments are that if you decide to get a purebred cat, that means that you don't actually love the animals, which couldn't be further from the truth. The reason that we did go for the purebred cat is because we know where they come from and what conditions they bred in, and it also means that there was every precaution taken to make sure that genetically those cats are fit, so they won't, in later stages of their life, the risk of them having any diseases from improper breeding is minimized. So if anything, we're doing this to help the cats because we love them. And people that are breeding the purebred cats, and the people that can provide necessary paperwork and prove that they're doing this in the right way, are taking every precaution to do that. So if anything, it's to help them, guys. Hello, mister. He's just...
Hello, he's just decided to join us.
Hey.
So we would also like to mention that he is also supporting the breeders that are doing it because they are passionate about this as well. Of course, there is nothing wrong, and we're not saying there is anything wrong in adopting stray cats. Actually, this is absolutely amazing, and if this is what you do, absolutely that's perfect. And we also try to support shelters whenever we can, support petitions and support them with food and stuff like that. The thing that we are actually against is the backyard breeding. So there are breeders that are just cutting costs and just going for quantities, and they don't really care about the well-being of the animals. So these breeders will advertise their kittens as purebred, but there will be no registration certificates. Generally, they will be a little bit less expensive, so that is probably something that people would go for, because that's £100 difference in the price or something like that, and that just makes you think, oh okay, I'll go for this one. But it is always worth to check the conditions that the kittens are bred in and that they live in, and also check if their breeder is registered. So this is what we will talk about in more detail in this video.
Okay, enough ranting, guys. Let's get into the first part of this 3-part series.
Okay, so we're going to talk about how to find a breeder. The best places to look for the breeder is probably online at this day and age, so any governing cat body in your country. So in the UK, if you are looking specifically for a ragdoll, the British Ragdoll Cat Club is the best place to go. They have a full list of breeders with contact details, and some of them have their own websites as well that you can visit and look there. There is also 𝗂𝗶𝗹𝗃, which is the most popular body for the kittens to be registered, and that is the Governing Council of Catproofing. This is where your registration certificate will be issued from, and that is of course based on all necessary paperwork to prove that your kitten is healthy and has ancestors that are obviously purebred as well. One of the most popular international cat bodies is 𝗂𝗏𝗄, so this is one to look out for in the US, and we will also link some more sources down below for you as well, so you can look for kittens in your area, in your country.
Hey Bluebie, he's just leaving the country.
Of course, the fact that a breeder is registered does not mean that they are 100% reliable and honest, and that the kittens live in perfect conditions. So you do have to do some further research as well. The best thing is to ask the breeder if they offer kitten viewings. This is what we've done, and this is what we were very excited about, so we could meet our kittens a few weeks before we actually picked them up. I do know that sometimes there is an issue of long distances, especially in states, so definitely be really careful about that, because there is a lot of scammers out there that scam people for kittens and like delivery charges and everything like that, so be really careful about those. Another thing that comes with kitten viewings is that you can not only see the conditions that they live in, but you can most of the time meet their parents. So that was again a very exciting part of it. We met the mum, which was obviously with the kittens, and then we also went to see their dad, which was a big fluffy lion, and I absolutely loved it. You can also then find out how the cats look like when they are mature and reach adulthood. Of course, if you are paying a lot of money for a kitten, you will have lots of questions. So look out for breeders that are very responsive and always happily reply to all of your questions. And this is also when we found out that they do prepare kitten packs. So not every breeder does that. It's not the only indication of that being a good breeder, but that's definitely a really nice touch. So we received 2 kitten packs with our 2 kittens, and they had everything from toys to cat litter. So we were set for at least a week with items that either they have had during at the time being with the breeder and with their mum, and items for us to use as well and play with them. So that's definitely helped them to settle in a lot more quickly. At this point in your research, you will also find out if your breeder is preparing a contract. Don't get scared, it's actually a sign of a good breeder because it protects all 3 sides of the party. So it outlines all of the things that you need to do to make sure that you are providing your kitten with the best home possible. But it also tells you what the breeder is prepared to do for you. Some of the things that we liked in our contract is that the breeder provides lifetime support. It means that, again, you can message them anytime, any day, and they will do everything to help you if you have any further questions.
And we have used that.
We have.
Sometimes when you get a kitten, you stress out about things that aren't actually serious. So for example, when Bluebell had his first 𝗂𝗶𝗹𝗃, we were stressing out. We're like, oh my god, he's suffocating or something. So
it was quite scary.
Yeah. So
I recorded the video and sent it to her, and she was like, it's fine.
It's a 𝗂𝗶𝗹𝗃. Anyway, sorry, continue.
Yes, and they do also love getting update photos, so we either send it to them directly or post them on their Facebook group as well. Another thing that we liked in our contract is that it states that if for some reason you are not able to take care of the kittens, you can just return it to the breeder, or rather you should return it to the breeder. That protects the kittens as well, because if for some reason you can't have it at home anymore, that means that it won't go to a shelter, it will go straight to where it came from, to a person that is reliable and loves the cats. They also stated that if they are able to then sell the kitten, they will return that money to you. Of course, when you are deciding to get a kitten, you shouldn't really think about how to return it, but it just gives you this sense of security and shows you that they are not all about money, they actually do take care of their animals. As you can see, a lot of research goes into even just choosing the correct breeder, so make sure to message a few and find the best one for you, for your location, and the one that suits your needs best. So this concludes the first part of this 3-part series. In the second part, we'll talk about all of the different questions that you should ask your breeder. So do some cat investigation, make sure that your choice is correct and that all of the questions are answered before you bring your new fur baby home. Make sure to click on the link to the second part and we'll see you shortly. Bye!